Greetings, minions, survivalists, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18.2, and this is episode 56 by my reckoning, part 18 in the building of Echo Base, which is actually pretty much done. Right now it's just putting in the traps and other fancy bullshits into it. What I've done so far off camera, and you didn't really miss anything, but I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of what I've done already by doing it in this episode. Is I've already done all that and all of that with spike traps. Now I have to do the front, and I will have to do the back. The back is going to have to be a little bit different because of the ramp there, but it's not going to affect it too terribly much. Anyways, let's get cracking at it. Now each side that I've done so far, that's all this in here and all these here. Excuse me. Dinner was coming back with a vengeance. That is roughly 500 or almost, I think it's a full stack and a little bit more of the spiky traps. So we'll do this, start with a fresh stack, and I ain't really picky about which way it faces at this point. Just the fact that they look more uniform this way instead of trying to bend them to corners and all that. I didn't want to mess with that. So, you know, the stuff we did here, which even that isn't to my liking. I would have probably done corner ones here on the corners, but I ain't gonna mess with it. It's just too much, a lot to do. But let's just get on with it. So, it's just a lot of place, move, place, move. It's not all that entertaining, but I did want to put a little bit of this on camera so you guys can see all the work that has been going into it. Now before I started playing and now recording, went through and answered all the comments, and there's a couple things I do want to check. I kind of already know the answer, or at least I suspect I do. But there's things that you guys have brought up in the comments, and you know, I really do appreciate the comments because they give me things to test. You guys give me suggestions of things to test and try out in the game, and it's like, hey, why not? I'm cheating at it anyway, so why not give it a little experimentation flair. So one of the things we're going to have to check is shotgun turrets. Do they use the shotgun slug ammo? Now, I'm inclined to think no, because the 9mm from the SMG turrets, you can only use the regular ammo, which kind of sucks. I mean, I'm with Amorphous Solid that it would have been cool for hollow points or armor piercing rounds to be useful in the turrets. And same with shotgun slugs. Now, I want to test it out because I am not sure. I think the same rules would apply, but you never know. They might make an exception for shotgun turrets because he fires so slowly, or maybe they're not as powerful. I don't know. So we'll find out about that. What was the other thing? I'll probably remember as I'm... Oh, I need to make another forge and storage spot. This comes from Tom Clement. Making another forge and storage spot just for steel ingots or steel bars, because it's essentially going to be the repair bin. So I'll also store a nail gun in that, so I can go around making the appropriate repairs. Probably also have to put in the wire cutters too, and probably leave some room for spare replacement turrets and switches, motion sensors, that kind of thing. Now, one thing, you know, I did the trial runs last week, and it worked wonderfully. The base did, but what we didn't do was face any real rough enemies like whites, feral whites, or feral anything. And also we didn't face the puking cops, and we didn't face the demolishers. Now I'm kind of inclined to just let that be a surprise to all of us, you guys watching and me playing, how that turns out. So I'm kind of thinking that's the route I want to go, is just make it a surprise to us all of how the base will handle. Now I do kind of wonder how the base will hold up against that. Now I know this is all stainless steel, so it's got the maximum hit points to protect the walls, protect the base, you know, the bunker structure itself. But demolishers can kind of wreck that, especially if you have multiple demolishers, multiple puking zombies, multiple all of that. Eventually it'll wear things down, I'm sure, especially since you can't get out there to replace or repair the blocks that are out there. So obviously, you know, that's going to be some trouble in the long run. And also, you're going to need that special kind of polish to upgrade the cement blocks to the stainless steel, or steel blocks to the stainless steel blocks. Of course, these break down right down to concrete or reinforced concrete. I can't remember which. So as the blocks get broken down to lesser forms, that's something we got to worry about. And the polish for stainless steel is like a semi-rare item in the traders, unless they made it a recipe that you can actually craft, in which case I need to find that out. Alright, let's finish up this end, and we went through just shy of 400 in the front, so that tells you how many of these is out there on just one side. So there's easily, probably I would say, over 2,000 of these just in the just in the courtyard area alone, and that's not counting the stuff between the walls. And that's counting what's in there in the core. Itchy nose, itchy nose. All right, there we go. Now I don't think it really came up until this week, but it plays a lot, both in my BattleTech series, and it's been playing forever in the 7 Days to Die series. multiple series since the beginning of my channel. But yes, I do make mistakes, and I'm not afraid to leave that content in my videos. Some people would rather that their gaming prowess look like they are a pro, and mind you, they do have the skills to be a pro. They're not a slacker in any sense of the case, but you know, they just, oh, I made a mistake there, I'll just edit that out. I don't look that good here, and I'll edit that out. You know, yeah, I am who I am. I make the mistakes that everybody else makes. I'm no different than anybody else playing the game. Just have been playing it for quite some time, and I am pretty good at this game. You know, and I can't poo-poo my ability. At the same time, I ain't gonna be over braggadocious about it. I mean, after all, I did die on like the second Horde night in this game. But mistakes are a good teacher, and this is what I said in the comments as well. Mistakes are a good teacher, and you guys that are also playing the game, you're gonna make mistakes. It's inevitable. We're all human. We're not perfect little robots. Although that would be kind of cool to be a cyborg. But you know, we're all human. And my mistakes, you can learn from. The things I do good, you can learn from as well. So you're getting all of that in my content, in my videos. Now, some of them are obviously embarrassing, like dying on the second Horde night. But a little humility keeps you grounded. Now, I have noticed, okay, it's not over here. I thought I saw on one of the walls there's some damage, but it's really inconsequential at this point. I mean, like, 1 or 2 points of damage to a wall isn't something I'm gonna stress over, but it does play up against my obsessive compulsive behavior. Okay. Alright, we're almost done here. And what I'm going to do after this, let's see, yeah, the time's good. We'll go and look at the shotgun turrets. I do have to reload all the turrets. At least well, it won't hurt to go and check the others, but the ones that face the zombies in the trial run, just got to cap off the ammo on those. But we'll go. Oh, there's my first mistake in all of this. I've only made that one mistake, amazingly enough. But yeah, we'll check those gun turrets, make sure that they're all loaded, and then check the shotgun turrets to make sure that the shotgun slugs don't work. And I'm thinking they won't. I would be surprised if they did, though. And then I would also go with the same plan I was going to do with the armor-piercing and hollow point rounds with the 9mm. Just alternate the ammo for that if they work. last few of these in here. Shouldn't take long, although doing all those and all those took a bit of time. Let's see, I started at 12:30 this morning, so it's 1:15 now. I've been recording. Yeah, it took about a half. Took a crap. Ha! Funny. It took about a half hour to do those. Roughly half hour, I should say, because I don't think I started exactly at 12:30. Either way, I have this song burning through my head right now, and I just kind of blanked out to that while doing it, so and I'm getting stuck on my own traps here. Alright, so we all done with that. We still got to do the things I said I was going to do, but also we got to put out here landmines. That's going to be fun. And then we got to get a forge inside the base. And I thought I was no collision, but now I am. Alright, so let's do that. Let's see. Okay, so we got AP slugs and breaching. Oh, another thing that was brought up, I think by Jim Riddell, was seeing if the groups of ammo would fit. So we'll do that and see if that actually works. So unlock, we'll take that out and we'll just work in it. And I'm clicking. I don't know if you can hear my mouse, but that's not working. And the box of ammo doesn't work either. So that right there is just proof positive that the only thing you can use is the basic standard ammunition for those. Lesson learned. Okay, so now we got to get now we do have to. Yeah, that helped. Okay, so full ammo. Ooh, that went through a hefty chunk right there. Of course, it is on the corner, and a bunch of them went around that side, so yeah. Okay, I don't think all of them need it, but we'll just kind of spot check it just to make sure. Okay, so this one does need a little bit. To make sure I locked it. Okay, so those are done, and that's done. Yeah, this went through a lot of ammo. Okay. Now what I'm thinking of doing is, because I've been stalling time, as in, like, you know, I've been on day 15 for, geez, what, 3 weeks now? So what I'm thinking I will do is fast forward okay, so that's good. I will fast forward to the morning of day, what was it, 21? So I also want to make sure these are locked. Actually, I might go like day 20 in the morning, so we have a little bit of time to, you know, kind of, you know, get a stretch in, get a little, get some samosas or Mountain Dew, and and whatever floats the boat. Just kind of relax just a little bit before we have to get real with the tension of a horde night. But just kind of make sure we're all prepared, everything's locked in. All, you know, I'll be going into normal mode, as I would say, which means hold on, whoop, which means that I will be stripping myself of all of the things that's on me that have you know, that I cheated in. So like the sniper rifle, that's gonna be gone. All of this stuff will be gone. Not even this stuff, you know, iron and all that. It's just gonna be nothing. And I will pick up the stuff that I got in legitimate play and bring it back to this base, so that you know, it's like basically the way I'm thinking is like, this is a POI that had been sitting out here, and the survivors that was living in it just got away, got eaten, they just disappeared, and this place is just waiting for me to wander in and inhabit. But I'm going to do it as a survivor myself, so all the gear that I had on day 14 before the horde, before I died, just going at it like that. None of this extra cheated stuff, although I will keep the 4x4, because that's very helpful for getting around. It's just needed, and I don't want to have to rank up a whole bunch, you know, it just to save time. So let's see, forge out, and then get this all in. So it's gonna be a forge, and a crucible, and then I need a anvil. I mean, technically I don't, because this will be just for steel, but then again, I don't know. I'm just going to go with a full Monty on it, and then what's the last one? Bellows. Oop. Okay, so this is just for steel production, and let's see, do I want it? Right there. And we'll go up right here. Okay, and then get a storage box. And then a sign. Wow, there's a lot of signs. Okay, so that's all the gear. All the gear in here would be for repairing the base. This manufactures it, all the steel, and it's a dedicated forge for it. Now normally I would just use one forge and you know, manufacture what I need, and it's all in there nice and neat. And this just a dedicated one. I can use this for making steel as well to double production, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so let's see the state of my batteries. Those are all pretty much charged up by the solar panels. I think the ones we used were over here. And it's not giving any details, but it looks like they're all topped off. Alright, so what to do next? We got some landmines we got to place, so let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Keep the nail gun. One of the things that we'll have is like motion sensors, but the ones that I pick up. I'm not keeping the cheated ones. Motion sensors, switches, turrets and all that. That will also go in the repair kit. Just kind of get rid of all this excess for right now. Keep that just in case. Just if I come across something damaged or whatever. And mines. Now, there's all kinds of mines in here, so it's just a matter of what do I want. That's just a hubcap. There's pressure plate mines. Now, I'm thinking really just go with these. They're not very explosive. I think on the low level zombies, they'll blow their legs off maybe, or a leg off. So you know, there's that, and you know, we just basically the idea is to stagger them out here. So one space, one space, one space, and then space, one space, one space, one. So it's kind of like a checkerboard for at least. I won't say all the way to the wall, so that's an awful lot, really. Just thinking, just to get the initial phase of zombies blowed up, and injured or even killed. Kind of cull the herd a bit. Also with the dang it, getting the wrong one. With these. And we're gonna need a bunch of these, right? Actually, but with these, they're not likely to damage the ground, so you won't have huge potholes all over the place after you know all this stuff went off. Unlike you know, like with these here, I'm pretty sure that this. Let's see, it's okay, it's got more hit points. That turns zombies into good zombies. It doesn't say what the block damage is. And that's kind of important, I would think. But, yeah, these up here are more likely to put big holes in the ground, and yeah, I don't really want to patch all that up. Anyways, be kind of like, let's see that. And if you kind of space them out like this, they're not going to blow each other up. Because that's another concern I would have, is you put one down and it blows up the ones next to it, which is kind of pointless. Kind of like boobs with no nipples. Rather pointless. So we'll just try to get the first row done in this episode. I know it's going to go a little bit over, but yeah, whatever. Get more bang for your buck, right? Okay, and then the second row. Let's see if even if I put this here, there is a chance to set those off, but it does provide a bit of saturation, so the zombies, no matter what, they're gonna hit one of these damn mines, the first wave. So there's that. I really hope they don't. This doesn't. You know what? Let's do a test. Okay, I'm gonna keep the God mode on. As I was saying, and okay, God mode, and I need the collision off. Well, here's another way of testing it then. We'll just, let's see, which one is that? There we go. We'll have I'm just gonna Zombie Arlene. Let's do that again. Hey, baby. Come to Silverblade. Okay, so it does, on occasion, set off the one adjacent to it. Not always, but there is a tendency. Maybe she touched the one next to it. That could be. Either way, just for sake of simplicity, we'll go in a checkerboard fashion across here and across the back line. I think we'll probably go, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe just 4 lines deep all the way around. Something like that. That'll make things interesting. We have to have some challenge to this too, you know, so it is what it is. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Do check out the links in the description below. Love hearing your comments, and keep them coming. So, until next time, see you later. Twitch, Twitch.